Normally gives Marylanders a pretty significant introduction, but this is beyond the pale. I just want you to know. So, the Deputy Secretary of State for Management and Resources is key to a functioning department and effective U.S. diplomacy worldwide, and there are no shortage of challenges. In recent years, state personnel have encountered a series of mounting and complex challenges, from rebuilding morale after years of decimation over the last 4 years, to navigating COVID at home and abroad, to responding to urgent crises around the world. And yet, day in and day out, our diplomatic corps works tirelessly, often around the clock, to protect Americans overseas, to advance U.S. interests, and meet the challenges of the 21st century. We owe them the support, the resources, and the leadership they need to succeed. Because when our diplomacy succeeds, the United States succeeds. That's why for the last 2 years, this committee has worked diligently to reestablish the once common practice of enacting State Department authorization bills. I'm proud that this has been a robust, bipartisan effort, and I appreciate the partnership and contributions of the ranking member. It speaks volumes about the value that this committee places on the department, its personnel, and the importance of U.S. diplomacy. I hope that message is heard loud and clear. I look forward to working with Senator Risch and members of this committee to keep up that progress by passing state authorizations again this year and regularly going forward. Ambassador Verma, if confirmed, I look forward for you to partner with us in that effort, because we need to make good on the promise of modernizing our premier American foreign policy institution. That means recruiting from across America, from the cities and coasts of New Jersey to the foothills in Idaho. It means cultivating and retaining a diverse and expert workforce to harness our nation's technological advances and keep pace with other countries. It means making a career where you move your family from country to country, work for spouses, partners, and children. It means making sure our overseas footprint reflects the reality of the global challenges facing us today and in the years to come, not 50 years ago. And it means focusing on how we promote and retain personnel so we don't lose talented individuals after years of investment. Ambassador Verma, as a former ambassador, assistant secretary of state, Senate staffer, you certainly have the experience to be successful in this position. I know that you're up to the task. We need you to be. More than a year ago, Secretary Blinken laid out his vision for what needs to happen to make sure that the State Department is equipped and agile enough to address the global challenges facing us. And while there has been progress, I have yet to see the bold action that is needed, the hard decisions, the reorienting of resources to make sure that we are competing with China, the efforts needed to push back on malign actors in backyards around the world, the strategic focus on diplomacy to strengthen relationships where we need them most for the next 10, 20, and 50 years. So I look forward to hearing your plans for how we meet this moment, how to make good on the promise of truly modernizing the department and support our personnel from D.C. to South Carolina to Abuja to Beijing. Given the challenges we are facing, from climate change to China to the war in Ukraine to food insecurity and global migration, we need to get this right. The future of our foreign policy and national security depends on it. With that, let me turn to my friend, the ranking member, for his remarks.